ekele tamara anyị na mma na ụbọchị tata ka Chukwu oke abịa ma nara ekele nara mbuli elu nara ịja mma nye anyị ogologo narị isi ike all the new Biafra, those who are fighting seriously to make sure that we stand on the mandate of our new nation. I thank you all, because without you all, what we are doing could have not make any meaning. I thank you that you did that Chukwu oke abịa ma ekwere ka deceive ọgụ na Chukwu oke abịa mere ka ikwu n'eziokwu ma sonye n'eziokwu. Wem na-asị gị na ụbọchị na ọ ga-adịrị anyị na mma na ihe anyị ga-eri ga-abụ ihe ga-eri anyị ama mbịa. Onye na Chukwu oke abịa nwere pụrụ ihe niile, onye anyị kpụrụ otu ugbo ya zugbo na-asa ka ọ nụrụ akwa anyị ma nụrụ arụghị anyị, mee ka Biafra wee bịa ngwa ngwa, n'ihi na ihe na-eme akarịala, n'ihi na ogbu na-egbu Igbo akarịala, n'ihi na maazị na ka na-atara ahụhụ gbata obi ata ahụ. Anyị nwa anọ ekwere mkpọkpọ na kpọrọ masị niile dị n'elu wee sị ka o mee anyị ka mbụ recognize anyị na ya ejikli ego na ya ejikli alịa. Anyị akpọọla ya afọ ozie nwa afọ guzoro, anyị akpọziele USB afa ọgụ ahụ jupụ ụlọ ka ọ ghara ịdị ihe furu na nkịtị, wee na-asị ka Chukwu oke abịa mere anyị ama na Eke, mere anyị n'Orie, mere anyị n'Afọ, mere anyị na Nkwọ. A sị na ọ ga-adịrị ha Chukwu oke abịa ma ise ise. Yes, so my wonderful of Biafra, I thank you all and I greet you all. From my coaching, I will say good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, depending on your time and your location. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all for going to all the platforms of those who are on the true side of what we are doing, to make sure that you support, to make sure that you do the needful, to make sure that nobody deceive you, and be on the platforms of those who are saying the truth. Thank you for standing tall. Thank you for not being deceived. Thank you for supporting United States of Biafra government. I thank you all for doing that. I thank you, because never is na no enemy nkoma ka sia jide mo enemy nkojo ka sia ra ka oji. Before we go in, as you come in, please like the program, also share the program. It is very, very imperative that you do so for me. Please do so, and also put your comment down, because it's going to help me a lot on the movement I'm taking in now. So please, my fellow Biafrans, help me to like the program, help me to share the program, help me to do the needful, because it is very, very imperative as you do so. Do not wait for anybody to come and tell you to do so, because whenever you like the program, it simply means that you are supporting the truth. It simply means that you are one in town and you understand why you have to support United States of Biafra government. These are the most things that we all must understand. So please put your comment, also like the program. Please put and do that for me, because when you push the program, another person will come sing, also to listen and also to like. So for doing that, you are bringing someone else in to join us. You are bringing someone in to come and contribute and listening to what we are doing and what we are saying. Because all the whole thing that we are going to say, all the whole thing that we are doing is what? To make sure that we propagate the message of the United States of Biafra, our government, to stand. Do not just only view, but like. Put your comment down. These are things that is going to help you and I. For us to come here, make common sense as always. For us to reason within ourselves. For us to be the one to use our hand to understand the message we are into. I thank you. As you like the program, share the program, please. Touch like. You will see the like on the program on your right hand. You will see a 3 dots. Something like 1, 2, 3, a 3 dot there. Please touch that dot hand. Touch the dot hand. When you touch this dot hand, what will happen? It will take you to like, dislike, report, and share. Please do so for me. Please do so for me. Please do so as we move. Because we are here. We are here to preach about our new government. That was our new nation also. That was declared on when? On November 29, 2024. That is why we are here. That's what we are here to do today. For you to know how important it is for us to know that we have a new nation. For us to believe in our own new nation. That is what we are doing here today, for you to know how important it is, because the old is killing the young in Nigeria. And why the old is killing the young in Nigeria, we are here to propagate the good news, to tell you to have hope that this new nation called United States of Biafra, in abbreviation USB, is the only savior, is the only hope for average Igbo man, for only hope for all the Biafrans, for only hope for every indigenous people in Nigeria. Because the hope of Biafra is not for only for Biafran people. The hope on what we are doing is what is giving everybody hope for you to regain your ancestral land that your forefather gave to you. That is why the coming of USB are very imperative and very important to every individual. It is. Do not follow among, according to my topic today, FALLBACK group, CRC group, they're all working for one body. They are working for Nigeria government. That is those they are working for. Do not panic. Do not be deceived, because there are those who send them to come here to deceive you, and you allow yourself to be deceived. If at last you happen to mention that name of Bridge, what was the origin of plan? Why did you went to Finland? Why did you go to Finland? Oh, you went to Finland to go and look Finland? Is it why you went to Finland? You went to Finland to go enjoy your life and you come back? Is it the reason why? You went to Finland to go and do what? Have fun. And after all Biafrans contributed, according to them themselves, some contributed $5,000, $1,000. After contributing all this money, you come back and fall back. After your parents have paid school fees for you, after you have get the school fees, after you have passed your exam, you still go back and fall back and tell your parents, oh, my parents, I want to repeat the class. I don't want to move forward for now until further notice. Or until my mates them finish their school, even those who are senior, that I want all of us to graduate at the same time. And that parents will pay the money. That is a common sense in all things that we are doing. And today, the lobbies of the FALLBACK and CRC are working deeply down with Nigeria government. Oh, you don't know? I won't waste time on what I'm here to do today. Let's go back to some videos I have in mind to play from our brother Kai Reports. I am looking for that particular program. There is a video he played. I want us to listen to that, because before I play that video, why I put the lobbies that I want you to know, nobody will tell you your history. You see, that history Britain was presenting to us, we have rejected it. And today, a man from Jordan, Elias, want to be the one to tell us how we will get our nation. That is the same method of Britain colonizing Biafran people. I said what? That is the same method of who? Of Britain changing the narrative, telling us that who we are, and that is not who we are. That is what you see the lobbies of Eliezer and the so-called Glasarasara one. I don't even know the name, what they are calling them. So that's what they are doing today. They are here to deceive you. They are here to change the narrative. They are here for them to look they are responsible. I told you, nobody collect bribe like a white man, because all the whole thing they are taking away from Africa is bribe, and they are not tired of those bribes. That is why you see them doing what they are doing today. I said what? That is why you see these individuals doing what they are doing today. So I want you to know this, that this is very important for you to know. Nothing like bridge anymore. And he look at the way he's deceiving Ogenkere with Nigeria government. That Ogenkere said that his own bridge is going to bring USB. Or the USB that we have already declared. Is it that USB you are calling USB charger? USB one Nigeria, USB this, USB that. Is it the one that you want to come and work on it? That is where you will know their evil agenda. Please like the program as you come in. Please like and share, my people. That is their evil agenda. Because he has already removed the name of Mazi Simon before he went to Finland. I said what? He has already removed the name of Mazi Simon before he's going to Finland. And that is why they never want Biafra to re-declare, because in America, now I know why he cried. What am I going to tell the third in command, second in command? He told them that he is in charge of the University of Biafra government. He told them that he's the president because from September he has already removed the name and has the document. This is the document he was presenting to, he was giving those who are corrupt like him. That particular man, he shouted, what am I going to tell him? What? Because the man will see that he is not in charge of the movement. He is not in charge of the movement. That is what the man see. So I want us to know, I want us to understand, I want us to rethink of what happened when he was shouting, what am I going to tell the second in command? What am I going to tell this or that? Today, you have seen the reason why he was crying in Finland and he was against the declaration, because the promise he made to the man, or the document he was presenting as the bridge president, that he is not in charge of it. Dr. Ngozi Rebeze, by declaring the innocence of Biafra, prove him wrong. And that is why he cried. I said what? That is why he did what? He cried in Finland. What is he going to tell the second in command? Which second in command? Are they the one to declare Biafra for us? Are they the one to give us Biafra? Are they the one that we are going to listen and get what we want? Are they the one that ask us to go to Finland? Are they the one that organizing the movement? Something that has never happened before, all has happened. Because some inconsequential comes in into what we are doing. And they think that with the money they collected, that they are going to destroy in the place of Biafra. But you can see that it did not happen. Yes, my friend, good evening. I can see you. I can see you. Thank you so much for coming in. I see you. I salute you. Good evening from here also. So, at least as you come in, please like and share the program. Please like, because we are here to do the needful about the movement of what? The new nation called Biafra. My friend, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anytime you come in, you always like that. Thank you so much. I love you for doing that for me. Thank you so much. You too, stay blessed wherever you are. Thank you, stay blessed also. I appreciate you are coming in. I see you are loved. Thank you so much. So, my people, in this movement that we are into, everything has happened. I said what? Everything has happened. Nothing that left behind. Nothing that has never happened. Everything, good and bad, has happened in this movement. Do you know why it's happened? For you to use your hand and put yourself where you belong, and for you to use your hand and commit the crime by yourself. That is why it takes time for the real declaration or for the name Biafra to be emerged in the world. So everything you are doing is not being thrown out. Social media doesn't forget. Instead of that, they will say throw back or so years about you. Remember that. So whatever you are doing, whatever that you are doing today, Try and carry it on your head. Try and know things that you are doing. Do not just do something because someone else is doing. I am warning you. You that think that you can just do because of, hey, it's social media, let's do that. What we do social media does not matter. Whatever I am doing here is what they use to judge me. It matters so much. It matters so much. This is an individual who never believed that Biafra has been declared, because he has a second person in America that is giving him instruction that he presented a forged document. That is, now I know why this man cries so much about what he's going to tell the so-called person he was mentioning in America. What? That is why you need to know that the only reason why he was doing that, because of what? He forged a document of bridge by removing Mazi Simon Ekpa's name and present himself as the owner and as the founder, as the president person. That is why he holds every top position in his own group of FALLBACK group. These is all things that we must know. These are all things that you have to understand, because all these things are very, very important at the time we are into. All these things is something you must know. Why they cried in Finland. Today, you can see their so-called Elias deceiving them, lying, because Nigeria government paid this man money. And you know, he is a man who doesn't have a job until he's on social media and see a country called Biafra government in exile, bridge. Then he decided to come sing. Now he comes in with the money that Obato Obie is paying him, and he find out that the money is too small for him. So once Obato Obie presented them, Nigeria government called them and grabbed them and give them money. That is why he's making everything possible to destroy USD government. But their mission fell woefully on arrival, because before you come, now we there here. And we are here to defend what? Our government. That government again cried, what am I going to tell the second in command in America? What concerns second in command in America with what we are doing? That is the question you need to ask yourself. Now, when you look at where he finds himself into, then you will also find out that why he cried, because of the fake documents he gave the man in America. I said what? Because of the fake documents he presented to the second in his own second in command in America. That is why he cried. Because the second in command will find out that he's not genuine, that he's lying, that he is not in charge. Because if he's in charge, he could have been the one to declare USD government, to declare United States of Biafra. That is why when you see people in Finland shouting, USB, USB, we love you. He was sitting down quietly. When he got the mic to talk, he started crying. He started doing what? He started crying on social media. So now you can understand why he cries so much. What he's going to tell his second in command in this movement. The only second in command we know is Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, and she is the one who declared what? Independence of United States of Biafra as a new nation. She's only one. No other second in command. When Obato Obie is here with us, she is the second in command. When Obato Obie is not here with us, she remains the second in command. That is the truth that they refuse to tell you. That is the truth that they don't want you to know. That is the truth that because of their evil agenda, because of their evil plan in what we are doing, they thought they can come and stop it. But today what happened? They could not stop it. They could not, because Chukwu Okabiam destined a time like this to come. And the time has come. And the time is what we are into. And the time is what we are using to make sure that we debunk all their lies and all their propaganda and whatever that they are doing. I told you, Ogenkere, FALLBACK, CRC, they are all working, and their so-called lobbies are working for one Nigeria, fully working for one Nigeria. That's what they are doing. They are doing that because there is no any other option for them to make money in their life. So the only thing they find out that they are going to use to make money is what? The name of what? United States of Biafra. Because if they did not mention this name, nobody will come to their platform, and YouTube are not going to pay them money. Now, there is a video I want to play that I want us to analyze something from it. I am going to play this video from our brother Kai Report platform. That video, he deal with it today. We also have to put something in there so people to understand what these lobbies are doing and who they are working for. After the advert, you will hear them.
And it has water damage, a real flaw. That cost me $3.
For some of you that follow him on X, you can as well check it out, but I'm not encouraging you to follow him there, because he has made himself enemy to the people. As you can see here, this is 10 hours ago he made this post.
That is
he said, another bomb. There's another bomb. Another bomb that says what? Bringing attorneys and lobbyists reject coup plotters against the legitimate Brigade legal entity. When I hear this legal entity, it reminds me of Ogenkere's registration.
Yes, that is why.
Putting himself as a president of Brigade. Nothing we must forget. He said their supervision, that is a legal entity under their supervision. Talking about the lobbyists, which is Elia, Gabriel, and of course, Ogenkere is everywhere. Today he's a finance minister. Next hour he's a commander-in-chief of armed forces. And rest comes he's almost higher than PM and all that nonsense. So bringing attorney and lobbyists reject coup plotters against the legitimate Brigade legal entity under their supervisions. We stand where PM is fully we stand where PM is fully represented, and our job is to make sure Brigade achieve USB. To make sure
that Brigade achieves USB.
In other words, USB have not been achieved. It cannot be really declared. That's the mindset of corrupt individual. You can see that. Let's go back to it so that it should not be that.
Yes, Master Kai, there is one, you said it all, but there is one thing I left. My father is why I would need to play from your platform, lay hand on it from your platform. My fellow Biafran, there's one thing you must know here. This individual, they never believed that Biafra has been re-declared, that USB has been re-declared. That is why they fought tooth and nail in Finland for this particular re-declaration, that it could not going to happen in Finland. That is why they said, let us go there, do everything, dance and come back without a declaration. Because why? Because of the document he forged that he gave people in America. And nobody would be thought that a human being is working and delivering the message of Biafran people. What happened? The Nobody would be, now we know why he said that in the corridor of power in US, that they need him, not Obatodi. Do you understand that? That they need him, not Obatodi. Because of he changed the document and put his name. So when Obatobia intervened, those lobbyists and those people that he was meeting on behalf of Mars this time on behalf of Bridget, we find out that he has forged the document. So he played on self-defense. by saying, no, don't worry, I am doing it. You don't need to come to America. You don't need to send anybody. I, Ogenkere, will be doing it. What is he doing? He is doing it by removing the name of Mazi Simon Ekpa in that document and presented himself as the president of Bridge. And the people are still following him. And they are telling you that the stand where Mazi Simon Ekpa stand. Mazi Simon Ekpa stand on removing his name as the Prime Minister of Bridge and USD government. They removed Mazi Simon Ekpa's name outrightly. He signed all the documents. What we are saying is like telling you this, that we are about to be supposed to sign a reauthorization of a USB government, that the Congress of the will sign under the signature and leave the space for Obato Obie. Then instead of doing that, what the Congress will do is to go and flush Obato Obie's name in any book, any document carries the reauthorization of interest of the Biafra government as a document. He has to remove it totally. That is the abomination that Ogenkere committed, and people are proudly supporting him because of money. You know what it means that somebody removes your name on your property and put his name? You know how you feel that somebody forge a document and sell your land? That is what happened here. Just make common sense, not always be grammar. You know how you feel somebody removing your name, forging a document to sell your land? When you find out, are you going to embrace that person? Are you going to love that person? Are you going to stay with that person? Are you going to work with that person? Or are you going to arrest him and throw him in prison? Prison is what for Ogenkere. For forging a document of Bridge. You see why he cried? I will continue telling you this. That is why he cried. What am I going to say second in command? When you are going, what did you tell the second in command? Or you told him that Biafra are not going to be declared. Or you told the second in command that you as the president of Bridge are the one going to declare. And in the altar, in the pulpit, they could not see you declare the interest of Biafran government. I don't know why people are not understanding this. I don't know why people are not paying attention to this. For you to understand it very well, the only way you can understand what I'm saying, what I'm doing, is when you pay deep attention. Then use a common thing. If somebody forged a document and sold your land, when you find out, what are you going to do? Bridge document carries Ogenkere's name. That is why Ogenkere is crying in Finland. What is he going to tell the second in command in America? Because the document he submitted carries his name as the president of Bridge. And for him as the president of Bridge, he's supposed to be the one to declare USB, and he could not happen. So the second in command has found out he is a criminal. That's why I said prison are waiting for Ogenkere for committing this crime by removing Mazi Simon Ekpa's name. Mazi Kevin Abbas, I greet you. Thank you so much for coming in. Please, thank you. Please, as you come see my brother, please. From here, it's still good evening. Mazi Kevin, good evening from here. Yes, we are moving with speed. According to your comment in United States of Biafra government, that is where we are. So as you come in, please like the program. If you never like the program, please share the program, because we are here to debunk the lies their so-called lobbies are spreading in social media. I told you, no white man can tell our story anymore. There is nothing any white man are going to talk about me that we are going to accept. I will never accept it, because accepting it means that he is the one who is telling you who you are, the one that Britain did. This lobby of Elias and their group, they have come back to continue from where Britain colonized Biafran people and the so-called Nigeria. They want to start it again. Are you going to allow it to happen? Are you going to allow it to happen? As a true Biafran you are. You are not supposed to allow it to happen. Let us listen to this.
Can't report is, faking it. I'm not faking anything. Take a closer look at your screen. You'll see the write-up yourself.
From Ogen, from Sani Akurawa, the 8th
read it correctly. But from my end,
or the deputy,
this is what I can see. Last time I checked, my eyes are very, very okay. Very, very okay. Let me start from here. We that is talking about people following them in their camp. We stand where PM is fully represented, and our job is to make sure, bring, achieve USB. Achieve USB in terms of what? If I cannot, I will tell you by defending and protecting the border.
No, Mazkai, not by defending and protecting the border, no. Their own USB they are talking about, their own reason about is the bridge of Ogenkere, who removes the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as their one in charge of the affairs of the Biafran people. That is where you must understand one thing there. Yes, what Kai report said is there really, but the attention is what? To make sure that as they remove the name of Mazi Simon, they are in charge. So Mazi Simon will be under them, because it's no longer there. And in their mind, when Ogenkere was doing all this, he thought that Obato Obie will not come out very soon. He thought that Obato Obie will stay like 5 years. And let me tell you this, do not doubt me when I say that Ogenkere colluded with Nigeria and tell them to give to jail Obato Obie for 6 years. So before then, he had destroyed everything, like the way DOS destroyed all the security network then. Today, Ogenkere has destroyed Biafra Liberation and through a force by asking them to stop working, by asking them to cease fire. Is it not the same madness of DOS when they asked Security Network to stop work, ESN to stop work? That is what you are seeing here today happen again. It has happened, and the people are literally following them with their fake lawyer who are defending working for Nigeria. Are they not these lobbies that they use to sue our USB government? This is the same lawyer. And how could that kind of a lawyer be where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing? And the people are buying the idea, well, the same bird of the same feather must always flock together. Or they call the Obano Queen, or they call the Azoya. Let us continue listening.
My review, where we accountability group be now, according to him, that case, that issue is known to you though. Now,
wonderful people by
here is Elias.
Listen to this criminal.
Here is Elias.
The criminal lawyer.
Elias, is it Glass or Soles or whatever you call himself?
Look at the criminal. A man from Jordan who want to come and tell us who we are.
Soles or whatever. That's the way I can't see it here. If I see it right up, I will read it out.
Look at him.
Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You can see.
Listen to this man, because I am here to debunk his lies.
Chinese European or Chinese American. I don't know where. I don't even know.
Let us listen.
Where he come from, I don't know much about him. Now, Elias want to say something, and that is why we are here. So please, let us just go through it together. Because this man have, I used to think
of Biafrans to change their "I'm the king, I'm the queen" syndrome. Many Biafrans appreciated this broadcast, and even those who were angry or upset because I spoke the truth and touched a raw nerve. Not only will I continue to touch that raw nerve, but I will hit aggressively that raw nerve to the point where all Biafrans wake up.
Sorry for the advance.
Wake up. You should view these broadcasts not only as a mirror to the zoo, but also to yourselves. because we need to save Biafrans not only from the zoo, but also from themselves and their own self-destructive tendencies. So today, my broadcast will be full of fire and brimstone. I will be causing more controversy because I will be providing a psychological analysis of the evil of Biafran one Nigerians. Those who are completely against Biafran independence, completely against what we're doing, people who attack us on a daily basis. I carefully studied their psychology, their heart, their soul, their mindset.
A corrupt man
a few conclusions
who only make money from Biafran
people. I can see so far, there are several categories of Biafrans. There are those who are part of our movement, support Biafran independence. There are the ardent Biafran one Nigerianists, and there are also those who are not opposed to what we're doing, but are on the sidelines.
You are supporting a Biafran in one Nigeria.
In a separate broadcast. It is remarkable how there can be people from the same place or live in the same place and exist in completely different realities. Why would someone be against own liberation or self-determination? Do they not see the threat posed to them by the Fulani and the Islamic fundamentalists? What's going on? Firstly, I believe one of the underlying behaviors of the Biafrans who are attached to this one Nigerian concept is the problem of the I'm bigger than my neighbor syndrome. Now, what do I mean by this? In Biafra land, there's a phenomenon I've read about where wealthy Biafrans build mansions in their hometowns which they never even. I've read about this. I've watched videos about this. Why is this? This is so bizarre. Why do you build a house you don't even live in the house? Because there is an obsessive need among some of our Biafran brothers and sisters to show off. I've seen this obsession with showing off in my own personal experience.
Now, let me say this. You see this that this man is saying here, it's not the job that Obatobie, when Obatobie is with here, employed him to do. What he was doing now is what the so-called Bruce Fem was doing before. So it's not the first time. You remember Bruce Fem in time of DOS. This is exactly what Bruce Fem come to do. But today, where is Bruce Fem? He disappeared again. Because he started with lies because of he want to make money on social on behalf of Biafran people. He want to use. So today, what you see this man doing is campaigning for Biafras for in one Nigeria, like Ogen Kere, Rabio Rama, Chiamaka Jere, name all these fallback group with fallback Republic and CRC autopilot fallback. Name all of them. The same thing, the same method of DOS that time, promoting the so-called Bruce Fem that time. That is what Ogenkere are doing here today. That's why I said whatever nonsense they are doing, they learned it very well from DOS and they copy all the characters and add more than the DOS. You are representing Obatobie in a document that you remove his name. How? You are representing Obatobie in a document that you remove his name. How could it be Obatobie stand? Obatobie told to remove his name in bridge. In that document that you went ahead to forge. Well, the truth remains that the real document of bridge see with the COS. Yes. The COS has the original document because whoever we pass to Obatobie, how could a financial secretary, a financial treasurer should be the one to man up to change the name of the prime minister, of the leader, not even the second in command? Do you understand? And this fool, this criminal called Elias, this idiot that never make money in America where he is, the only time he thinks he will make money is coming to Biafra movement. Let me tell you, if you make that money, you can't be alive to eat that money with all these real lies. There is nothing you can tell me about me. The time has gone. The era where we are is the era where we use our hand to tell our history and our story. That is where we are. Look at a man working for one Nigeria, coming here to bend his mouth and lie. That is why I said the white people are the most corrupted people. because they love money more than themselves. He's doing only because of the money. Okay, is paying him. That is the reason why you see him doing this rubbish that he's come here and he's doing broker. What concerns you about Biafran people's character? If you're working for Biafra, it's not for you to be taking documents to different quarters, to different authorities. That could have been your job, not to come and tell us who we are. A stupid white man that never make money in his life. The only time he has become relevant is when it comes to Biafra movement, because when we talk about Biafra, people that never know you will know you. So the government will just grab him if he's working for Biafra. How could now Ogenkere said that their own bridge you are going to make it as USB come? Imagine, which one did we went to Finland to declare? Which one did Abato and another 3 persons, which is a 4-man committee, to put those that are going to work immediately? Biafra declare, even said put them on ground before we are going to declare. So immediately we declare, those cabinet members will jump in and list their face of Biafra government people. Live in their shenanigans. Let us continue listening to these idiots, this fool.
Anecdote.
Because of his wife, he feels his superior.
Whom I personally know and will not name by name, went around telling everyone about how expensive and great her shoes were. Telling everyone and their mother about how expensive her shoes were. And then also about how everything she does is perfect and so on and so forth. So this is not hypothetical. I've seen this firsthand with my own eye. As such, these wealthy or successful Biafrans, they get high, they get intoxicated when showing themselves off in their wealth.
Alhamdulillah, over the last few days,
so before the advert, you listen to him. I'll ask you a question. How could a lawyer be interfering to educate the African people about who they are, instead of him to be taking the documents of those who sent him? And because he's not working for Biafran people, that's why he has to come and do this rubbish. He wants to do damage control. You can't eat your cake and have it. It can never happen.
Superior and so on and so forth. So the problem is in the mindset of these people. What is the point by that?
You're welcome.
Show off to everyone how superior I am.
Please like the program as it comes in. Please like the program.
So what's the point of Biafra? I build a home that I don't even live in, so everyone can just see how rich I am. So why is Biafra needed?
Okay, Elias, you are spot on some issues, but the problem is this. The problem is not about Biafra showing off. The reason why some people don't want, like I call to you, the reason why some people don't want to, like support Biafra is not just this, what you are saying.
It's not.
But you cannot be harboring somebody. The person you are working with
is a criminal.
Is a candidate of this is your illustration.
This is your illustration.
A man who wants to show off, power grabber. A man who wants to be empowered by fire by force. A man who don't know what government structure is all about. That's whom you are supporting. That's what you are, what the person you are pushing to difference. If you can have chance and time to research and find out this thing you are talking about now, why is it difficult for you to see it? It's there, close to you.
Yeah. He said that Biafran people like to do show off. Then who is doing show off? It's not Ogenkere, who want to grab power, who removed the name of Mas Simon in breach document with his forged letter. And I ask a question. If you know that somebody removes your name in your property and sold your property, when you find out, what are you going to do with the person? That person is not a criminal. The person is not a criminal. Whoever removes your name in your documents and uses it and sold it on somebody else, like what this Ogenkere did, and then he's the one who is hungry for power. Tell me that country, tell me that organization that somebody is presently holding an office of Odebegumu Biafra, then unfortunately, automatically he becomes the president of that group. Where has it happened? And you are narrating something that people that you are working with are doing. And you cannot consult them because it's paying you money. You are only after the money and the damage that the Nigerian government want to use it to damage. But I told you that, look at what my brother on the which right. USB is the nation. USBG is the government. We move. Yes, that is where we stand. We have, and I thank God that I saw you in Finland. The day we declare, and the video is everywhere. The day we declare Unity of Biafra government, USB. The day we declare our nation, you are there. So all of them to use against you to prove that how wicked and how corrupt and how criminal you are. A criminal walk with his fellow criminal. You are a lawyer who is a criminal. That is why you are working with your fellow criminal. Okay, is showing off. He's showing muscle. Yes, many Biafrans really turn against what we are doing because, like all those called the names you mentioned there, P Square, what's name, all those big people that you see influenced on the social media today. Why do they turn on? Because the kind of thing they are doing, they know that even in USA they cannot live such a life, and that cannot happen. So it can only happen in Nigeria. That is why they believe in Nigeria so much. That is why they are doing that. When you talk about Biafra, they pay a deaf ear. They will not listen, and they don't want to support the movement of Biafra because they know that the coming of Biafra will stop their criminality within themselves, will stop them from pushing drugs, will stop them from doing all manner of bad things they are doing. That people like you, like Ogen, that is why you and Ogen never want USB to be declared. You want us to remain where we are, so we can continuously paying you money for doing what for us? Nothing. You don't have the right to come. What you're supposed to be doing for Biafran people, if you call yourself a lawyer, if you call yourself a lobby, is to be taking the document of USB, submitting to appropriate authorities. You leave it and come and be talking trash on social media. Fool like you, a criminal who work with his fellow criminal, who know how many criminal court cases you have. That is where you can support somebody who has a dubious character, who is a criminal, who is a monger, who wants power by all possible means. I laugh at you because of money. You constitute yourself so low. That is why I said white people are corrupt. That is why a lot of things are going wrong in this world that we are living right now. Because if you have stood up according to the superior you claim you are, a lot of things could not be going wrong by now. If today any country, another country, you people are involved, telling them the wrong thing to do, because by the wrong thing you have your job. That is why you are fooling Ogen Kere, because he's seeing that he has nothing to offer. He has nothing upstairs.
That's an example of what I say. You encourage. You said that you will cause more. What is the word that you just used now?
He is causing more harm than controversies. That is what he is causing.
So, thank God you know that you are a very controversial woman.
Yes.
And that is why you encourage the person who wants to show off. I have access to that baby. I have access to the layout. I can sue Biafra and I get away with it, despite all my criminal record in the past. The same man we are talking about have told Biafrans one-on-one. He said this. Get it done, Elias.
It's not my problem. I'm okay with what I have. Here in the state, I have properties that worth millions.
He has nothing. Himself.
I have stuff that worth billions.
Because the government give you billions of
Just
naira.
leave me.
Now, Elias, these
Biafrans are so.
This is somebody that you are preaching to Biafrans, that you have done your research, that a lot of Biafrans love to show off. They build mansions in the place they don't live in it. And the person that you are
working with
are
the one doing
is a typical example of
what your illustration here.
So I believe you should channel your teachings to him first.
Yes.
Let him be a very good your first graduate in this your campus. Teach him very well how to be humble, how to know his Biafra first. how to understand network at home and they don't live in it, like you said. It is not about showing off alone. Show off, yes, is one of it. But anytime you come back home, where will you stay? If you don't stay at home, we believe in our culture that when somebody, even if you live abroad, when you are angry, I don't wish anybody to die, but after this life, one must die, isn't it? So when you are of age, and maybe probably you're retired, and you want to live your life normally, maybe you may not even cherish to live in the village, though. But the day of your burial, as a man, as a woman, you have to bring your body to your land. And people, at a time.
Yes, Master, you get it right, but there is one that you need to. We know that we have a home. That is who we are. We Biafran people believe we have our land, we have our home, and that we must build something there. That is why in every year, these people do not travel, but we travel to our home to see our age mates, everybody in the community. That is who we are. That building mansion in the village is not show off. Is we believe that we have our ancestral land where we belong to, where we travel everywhere we go and make money and send it back home. That is who we are. We are not people like you. So that is why we don't have the same ideology with like people like you. Even this little ideology, this little one you find out, this character you find it in Ogenkere, who are hungry to grab power. That is why he destroyed the movement. That is why he destroyed the Biafra Liberation Army today. Look at this, my people.
House. Some of you. Okay, which many of you have listened to that in the past. So Elias,
وفر المال في كل صفقات واحتفظ بالمزيد من أرباحك. أكسنس التداول جزء منا.
Elias, don't get it.
Money is not my problem. I'm okay with what I have. Here in the state, I have properties
that is
worth
show off.
millions. Back in Biafra land,
that is showing people that he has that.
So Elias, you should
advise him.
They can't see the existential danger that the Fulani and the Islamic fundamentalists pose right underneath their own nose. So let me explain the situation to you, the Biafran one Nigerian Israel. Listen, and I want you to listen very, very carefully to what I have to say to you. The Islamic fundamentalists have taken over the north of Nigeria.
Yes,
previously,
we know.
You have the
Fulani has taken over. It's not a
now
new thing.
just the Fulani. The Fulani have swallowed the housing. These Islamic fundamentalists have moved from the north into the southwest and now are targeting the Yoruba, who have a Muslim ticket leading the country, including the vice president, who played an instrumental role in the rise of Boko Haram. There has been Islamic fundamentalist capture of the Nigerian state, the Nigerian military at all levels. According to an article in the Nigerian Punch newspaper in January of 2025, again, not my opinion, this is the newspaper in Nigeria, and I quote, leaders of pan-Yoruba groups representing artisans, workers, students, community-based groups, traders, professional and self-determination groups have jointly expressed their opposition against the move to introduce Sharia law in Yoruba land. So this is not simply a matter of terrorist groups and Fulani herders killing Biafrans or people in Nigeria, which again is an ongoing and serious issue. This is also a matter of systematic takeover of the entire country by radical Islamic fundamentalists. If the Islamic fundamentalists take over, obviously the next and the last target will be Biafra. Many of the Islamic fundamentalists
we know, listen, I don't say no because I didn't say okay to you because we have already know that immediately the Fulani settle down in the north. That is today you see them fighting Benue people, killing Benue people, cleaning also one. They are looking for a way to drive into our land. Obato be a man, Simon, make us to understand this, and it's happening. So I didn't see what you said you are saying on this your broadcast. Everything that you are seeing here today is something that we all have already understand, that our leaders have made us to understand. That is why we are very fast to declare a new nation called USB that you are fighting against. That is why we rush to declare that you are fighting against USB, because of is the person that is bribing you is not the one leading the affairs. Glatasara or Glazer or whatever they called you. You are a 419 lawyer. That is who you are. Just listen.
That when they are finished with the Yorubas, their next target and their final target will be the Biafrans. And there are those federal politicians in Nigeria who openly express their desire for the entire country to be under Sharia law, which again would include Biafra. There have been efforts, including even last year, to expand Sharia law throughout the entire country. Now that effort last year in the national legislature in Nigeria did not succeed, but if Nigeria continues on its current trajectory, that will be the reality at some point. There will be Sharia law imposed on federal level. Sharia will come to Biafra land. So if we do not, we've declared Biafra, but if we now do not restore Biafra, everyone in Biafra land will be
Thunder fire you, thunder should strike you. Everyone should fight to restore Biafra. What are the government are doing? Why do you went to Finland? What do we go to Finland to declare? What are we restoring? Why do we have USB government and we are fighting against it? Corrupt man, a 419, a criminal like you, who work with your fellow criminal, who has many cases in America. Because if you are not corrupt lawyer, you will not be working with Ogenkere. Biafran people does not want him. You can't force him on us. We know the criteria of a government. We know what we want. And that is why we want a new nation. That is why we went to Finland on November 29, 2024 to declare USB, to declare United States of Biafra. That one Ojukwu has been fought for over 3 years. This is the truth that you need to know by yourself. Monkey, 419 lawyer, a criminal. That is who you are. What are you? See, when a lawyer, let me give you an example. Do you see Aloy Jimako talking anyhow? He concentrated on defending Mazin Nandekan instead of this fool, this 419 lawyer, this Elias who is a criminal-minded human being, who is a cunning man, to focus to his job that Obatobia that hired him when Obatobia is here with us to do what? Is to take the document to submit to different kind of offices, to different authorities. That is supposed to be his work, not to come and educate the Biafran people. You need to go and educate the world about the new nation, Mugu. Because of you are white, you think you know more than us. That is your job. Your job is to take our documents. Oluset, my brother, I can see you. Good evening from here, Mazi. My brother, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. This so-called lawyer that is working with Ogenkere and their 4 bad gangsters, this lawyer is a criminal like Ogenkere because he's only a criminal, defend the criminal, and work with a criminal. What's supposed to be this man's job is not to come and educate Biafran people, is to educate to the world about Biafra, about the new nation, if he's genuine and if it is pure in his mind. If he is pure and he's genuine, his work is supposed to be taking the document of USB to present to EU, to present to every organization, to present to the world that he laid his hand on, but he will not do it because of money he's paying. He wants to campaign for Ogenkere so people can come and donate money to Ogenkere, like what Bruce Femme did in time of DOS. But if Bruce Femme failed woefully, you have also failed woefully. Let us tell you the truth. Type this useless man, let him come here. Let me teach him a small lesson. He think he knows something. What are you saying? You are saying something that is against what you are doing. What you are here say you are sensitizing people's mind, you are lecturing the Biafran people, is what you and Ogenkere are doing. So go to Ogenkere and deliver this message that you are here. Tell him. You are indirect way telling us that to know that Ogenkere is a criminal, that he is not doing it well. The whole thing that you are writing here is what the same people are doing. That is what you and Ogenkere is doing. Then the question is, why are you doing that? Why, if you are a lobby, you are not to tell us who we are, but you are here to tell the world that a nation has been declared, and it's a new nation called USB, United States of Biafra government, that has been declared. That is what could have been your job if you're not a corrupt and a 419er and a criminal, a rogue. That is who you are. You're going to see Biafran people. Because of your white person, because if you can speak grammar, go to hell with you and your grammar.
You are 100% right. You are 100% right on this one.
I can't do like 100% right.
The only problem I have with it is the one thing. You see how eloquent you sound, how you know I think you have done your homework on this one. You already find out, so you know all those things, and they are very, very nice. I'm happy for that. But I expect you to convey this message to.
You are FALLBACK.
I believe you are the lobbyist, right?
Yes.
So you are one of the lobbyists. So I expect you to not only to go there and show us how the is having handshake, sit on the table like and somehow let us hear you passing this message
to the Parliament,
the American government.
Yes. So go to the DC. That's why this is what he's supposed to do.
Okay, standing and having handshake.
Yeah.
It looks suspicious because we have been there before, and people are kind of worried about it. I'm happy that you have this knowledge. It's very, very good. That's what lobbyists should have. At least when you are talking to people that are in the government, you are well informed.
That is what that is his job, to educate the authorities what is happening.
What are you telling them that matter?
Yeah.
Is it starting here, okay? 1, 2, 3, go, handshake. No. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if you are passing this way you are doing it now, that you are passing it direct to the American government, and somehow give us some little kind of feedback, even if not all, give it to people that matter, not Ogenkere alone. Not Ogenkere, because you're talking about show off. Do you actually understand that we know that people love to show off? When you bring Ogenkere to go in the Capitol Hill and having handshake with some congressmen, we see it as show off as well. The way you are criticizing building mansion without living in it, that is where you went to Capitol Hill without giving information. That's what it is, because you are there. Not like you are not happy from what you are saying. You criticizing people, Biafrans, Igbo Biafrans, that don't have mansions, very powerful mansions in their village, and they don't live in it. So you, in your own analysis, is that they want to show other people that I can build this. I have what it takes. I'm Biafra back off and that kind of thing. Okay, when you bring Ogenkere to Capitol Hill and Washington DC and start having handshake with congressmen, we see it as I am here. I am rub shoulder and dine and wine with congressmen. The same way that they call this building has show off. That's the same way we see your activities with Ogenkere in Capitol Hill as show off. Because for most time, nothing has come out from that. And apart from standing here, okay, are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. We also know that you are a cameraman. Imagine that. If you have maybe official meeting with you want to document it, you don't need to be a cameraman. Do you understand? So let not be like we are doing a kind of,
Mazakai, he is working on arrangement with him and Ogenkere, who is giving him money with Nigeria government. That is why he can be a cameraman. Then that is why, instead of him to take the message, listen, instead of him to take the message to people in authority in Washington, D.C., people in authority in Capitol Hill, people in authority in all the social groups that people are talking about human rights and how to get a new nation. Instead of him to do that, because of that, Ogenkere paid him. I paid you money to snap me photo. That is why he's snapping photo everywhere. What do he want him to do? He's doing the main job that Ogenkere recruited him to use him to pass road where Ogenkere could not be able to pass. What happened? They use him. He is the one that they are using. That is one thing that you must understand here. Not just saying it like, no. They use him they paid him money for photo to snap Ogenkere. There is some areas he could not enter, but throwing him at back and told him, I will pay you today $5,500. Just only follow me, go. Let me have a handshake. Convince them. Once they see you, say, okay, snap a picture with my friend. You will snap. That is the work they paid him. They paid him to snap photo with Ogenkere. And Ogenkere enters. That is why he continuously snapping the photo you are seeing. So if they paid you to snap photo and you are doing their job, what do you think that person should do? He will clap for you and continuously paying you. Ogenkere took him so because he know that the level of criminality case he has, there is some offices that has his picture that he could not be able to enter. Because of that, what happened? He continuously using him to snap photo in every way. That is what's going on here. Mazakai report. That is exactly what is happening. That is one thing I want you to know, that this is the reason that this one is happening. It's happening because of what? They think that everything is going to end in snapping photo. They think that they will use photo to deceive Biafran people. A criminal work with his own fellow criminal. Everything that Elias is saying here is what him and Ogenkere are doing. And the buyer na sinna mmadụ ba no ime ofi ogbo ogbapota ni raju kedo ni egburi ya. That is Elias and Ogenkere today. You can see them doing the building of one Nigeria, who sent them into this movement to come to destroy the movement that we are into. Mazakai report. This is area you have to see all this that is happening. They are not just happening. There is a reason you see Elias doing what he's doing today.
And they need to start putting into consideration. The idea of suing CRC is that you're actually suing Biafra.
Yes.
You know that. How can you be, how do you feel that we pay attention to listen to you? Even though Biafra may be good, but you cannot teach us something that is going to help us when you are actually against us. How does it make, does it
That
make
is why I
sense?
said he want to do damage control. He's here to do damage control. He know that he has fallen out. He knows that he has destroyed the reputation that we have been giving him before. So he's using all this one to make up. But see, I want him to know that Biafran people are not people you make up. People that you think you can destroy and you come back and come. No. Once we see you as a destroyer, you always remain a destroyer in our eyes. By suing our government, you see all the Biafran people. By suing our government, you see, and you know that Ogenkere removed the name of a man who employed you to do the job first. And when that man is not there, who's supposed to be there? The COS are the one who's supposed to be there. And you leave him to prove how corrupt and how criminal-minded you are, that you are here only to work for money. Who give you money is who you follow. That is the thing. Who pay you highest? Who knows whether you try to go to promoter and said, if you use how much we will pay you and you run away, who knows? And run to somebody who used Biafran people's money and government money to do what we are doing. You simply be working with him.
The Nigerian government. Is it what they are trying to bring to us? These are things that we are kind of worried about. But let's go back to your statement because I want to play the moment. I don't know if we are going to finish it because I can see the minute is adding up to speak.
This is going to happen if we don't take the necessary actions.
I agree.
And in places in Nigeria that are already under Sharia, children are having their limbs chopped off, their limbs amputated. I read a story of a 12-year-old boy who had both of his arms cut off for allegedly stealing an item. I mean, this is barbarism at the highest levels. So when Biafra is under Sharia, you will always be subject to Sharia, regardless of how rich you are. There's no provision in Sharia law which says if you're worth more than $1 million or if you own Mercedes or what have you, that you are exempt from Sharia law. So as such, at that point, will it matter that you own multiple Mercedes or big houses that you don't even live in if you're under such a circumstance?
It's true.
Many of the Biafran One Nigerians discuss having a great Igbo land within Nigeria, or having an economically strong ala Igbo within Nigeria. Absolute nonsense, complete rubbish, garbage. First of all, it is a fallacy to think you can make Biafra into another Dubai, which is what these Biafran One Nigerians talk about. Within the constructs of a failing Nigerian state, which is quickly becoming like another Somalia, what affects the whole affects the part. In order to have this so-called economic Biafra, you also need political and geopolitical independence. This is basic logic. This is basic reason. That's the problem with you people whose brains have been broken by the zoo. You can't reason. You can't logic.
Okay.
That is why I'm doing these broadcasts, to help you people logic and reason.
Yeah, your message is is well taken. But the problem, like I said,
yes, message is okay, but the issue is this, that he's sending the message to the right people in a wrong way. The wrong people you are working with are the one that you're supposed to send this message that you are here delivering to us to, because they are the one disrupting what we are doing with you and them suing our government. That's what we are doing. That's just it. So my fellow Biafrans, this lawyer is a corrupt one, and he's here to say his lies that he's coming out from his mouth. That's why I said, my people, do not listen, do not panic on whatever this evil woman is saying, because whatever you heard from this man today, so far he sue our government, he becomes our enemy. He said that there is no how you will think of building Dubai in Biafra in one Nigeria. Then why did you sue the government who are outrightly from the Nigerian government? Why did you sue the government? You think we don't know? So what we are doing is that you want to fulfill the promise you give to Nigerian government, who pushed you in the first place to come and search about Biafra government in exile then. This is the truth of the matter. This is the truth. So whenever you see them, then you will understand. Let us listen to Bridge 1 and 2, how they are fighting themselves. So you will know that Nigerian government plays smart on them by dividing Ogenkere and having another group side Ogenkere. Listen to this from our sister, Progress the Analyst.
Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you for the love, Minister. If you see the big book when this woman carried yesterday. That's
an agua. Look at it. She want to be the leader. Yeah, no, you go is me pay the fund, no, you do. Yeah, culture.
I'm making all the cabinet. And honestly, all the ministers and they was the ministers.
The new APM is addressing them in position go do this woman one carry.
And then when you the government in our the financial, they are not much time on the very, very important. If you know me, I told my management guys. So I'm making for this moving back. It goes not to BIAFRAISMYHOME also for them. And the BIAFRAISMYHOME, if I not talk, and the I said, yeah, I not talk, yeah, on me. Or the easy or the very difficult.
That's gonna go.
Leadership by your mate.
Leadership by your mate.
I buy the number, I buy
Sure. You look at the third group na dia. Ogwo na ga na emere na mbo mere ya na ebo. Na nke ito na nke na ha ga emere ko.
Mana Chineke enye ike iji egwu ya nwe ibu. Gudu ya n'isi. Shock to obi amale and so ana maso no onem shimba unu me and nyeponi ai kume nagide because of things ije na social media
This woman, she is just jealous of herself.
Honestly, she is very jealous.
Yes, she depends. That is just the problem she is having. She thought leadership is easy. She's not the latest APN. She's not the head of president. Never cheated. Come back, come meet us here. We do here.
All those who buy selling to work at pictures here. First batch of no two was on a basic. Second batch, war, no two so young, okay for third batch.
Two. I like officials. This is what you want. You will see her show up. Leadership by force.
By force, she wants to be a leader. Look at the kind of this person. Look into Onyane Ikwo. Igbo na so listen. Freedom had there so Igbo munnem. Freedom na Igbo. Documents in age de na presentation ni no we na age. Okwa no Igbo ka age ekwe ama nkwu ya na Igbo. That's when we are now one year no here for what? For ego YouTube and the other no upper hangozi or a best half or man ego YouTube. Over the only equal against Ngozi or a best YouTube. I told you there was a time if you're a member of DOS, if you are not talking against my Simon for you to see even 100 followers, believe you me, YouTube will not pay you money. And you know that all of them has monetized page. So there is a limit you will reach. The only way the YouTube can pay the money is talking about Obatodi. The only way YouTube is paying Adando money today is talking about Ngozi Orabeze in whatever she do. Even in her own private life, she want to intervene. See, this is what she wants. Ngozi Orabeze, Cobria mouthpiece, Cobria Gani, Robia speaker. Now, US government or wanted the opportunity or be an lead by culture and terror. They need your time out or you know, so see, all man hinder on any place here in the world, and then what hinder mean in the world. And you hear that one or be an or be a delay go try in war, and you hear that particular one. Can you be weird today? What do you think that gets her angry? What do you think that makes her not to calm down? Because Obato already knows her that she's a notice me person. So all the ways the near here not be a blueprint. Go put her in our control more than follows any chance or be in charge. Today, all now can fall back. This second CRC, the INEC, well, that is what they are doing today. Yawaga put their mouse speaker. Remember, Yawaga put their own Latin AGM. That is where this thing is going, you know. Oh, I see my brother Emi Shike. I greet you from here. Good evening. May Elohim bless from coming in. Thank you so much. We have been here for over 1 hour, starting from the video of the so-called lobbyist they use, who was saying something. He proved that he's a criminal, working with his fellow criminal, Ogenkere. The thing, a lawyer or a lobby, is he supposed to be educating Biafran people? So be his work supposed to be, he's supposed to be educating to all these top office that he's supposed to submit our documents. And when he will tell them how they were killing Biafran people, what is happening to Biafran people, then he opened YouTube for the first time of his life to become and say that he's educating us. You are a fool, you are a criminal, working with your criminal man called Ogenkere. Your own lobby is a lobby of criminality. You are a big criminal in this movement. That is one thing that we all must know. So, Elias, what you said, yes, I've listened to. You got it right, but you are sending the wrong, the good message in a wrong place. Your job is supposed to, that thing that you are saying here, you're supposed to be saying it in Washington DC, you're supposed to be saying it in all these top offices in America and to the other worlds, other countries who you're supposed to send the message to. As an ago chọrọ ịbụ onye isi, and today ndị otu ya na-achị ime onye isi. Watch out, because na for one and for one and the egwu ji ndị na ndị ọzọ. So also this evil woman bụ efe na ọ nwere ihe a ga-eme, because oge ndị be anyị si na onye ọmara otu ebufe ya amabe nne ya. Nwaanyị ya na-efeel na ọ nwere ihe ya, nwaanyị na ọ nwere ihe ọ bụ. Let us continue listening.
So, and the great thing here, by slowing that gate, because if I don't slow that gate, they may discover it.
And when you discover, except na the government, na the level of where the government is not her level. This is the truth. Where the government is not level of Adadi Oram. Because I said it, the level of those who supposed to pilot for Biafran people that will be representing us are not somebody like me. It's not somebody like me. I can only be here doing what I am doing to let Biafran people why we have to support our government. But when it comes to, I am a supporter of a freedom fighter. I am not a freedom fighter. So when you see Karipo say he's a content creator, that is in another different word to prove that me, I am supporting a freedom fighting. I am not a freedom fighter. A freedom fighter right now is Otongozi Orabeze and the government and the Biafra Liberation Army. We are the supporter of the freedom because we need it as the indigenous of those land they are fighting for. A people like Mazen Nandekano, Mas Simon, but these are freedom fighters. Not this thing that we do in social media. We are supporter because it's our nature. So we have to come and support. Like also because of you are contributing money for the fundraising, does it make you a freedom fighter? No, you are a supporter of a freedom fighter. We are the supporters of Mazi Nandekano. We are supporters of Mas Simon Eba. We are supporters of Biafra Liberation Army. We are supporters of Otongozi Orabeze. This is who we are. As an Agoha, you are not a freedom fighter. That is why you are deceiving yourself and deceiving the gullibles who are listening to you. When you come to Otongozi Orabeze, they didn't learn anything because they kick out their wasting time. If there is something that they know that when they look at Nigeria government today, propaganda has certified that Bulgaria is dead as of today. That is propaganda on social media. Now what's happened? Because of the level of the impunity in Nigeria, because of the level of the corruption in Nigeria, the Nigerian government went ahead. Do you know why they did Tinubu? Because Tinubu know that Bulgaria is dead, and if they did not give him the power, that is going to expose it. So for now, the Fulanese want to quick Tinubu out. That is why they are about to expose the death of Bulgaria. Or you don't know? Because that time, Tinubu is the one who did everything and covered it up with them. With Osibanjo. Two of them. That is why they carry the president, no matter what happened, give it to Tinubu. Today, they want to push them out. Seriously. What you will see in Nigeria, for them who believe in one Nigeria, will stop all of you. Unless you have information from the right hand. Today, they are carrying propaganda that Bulgaria is dead. They are bringing something out from hospital in UK. You see this UK. That is why I said that our brothers and sisters in UK, that medicine that UK used to give them, they are giving it to them, and that is where Britain is the mother of all lies and criminality. That is Britain for you. That is Britain. After the family of their ruling council give condolence to the family of Bulgaria of what happened, when the woman found out that it has escalated and what they want to keep in secret, the woman deleted her post. You see? So today, because they want to, what they want Tinubu to do to them, to allow them to ransack and take over all Nigeria territory, the Tinubu are not supporting it that way, and also they thought that Tinubu could have died by now. They thought that Tinubu could have, because no time of election, Tinubu was like he's about to die. He's in coma for some time. No, that he's pretending for them to vote him in. Then he have the power, he becomes strong. That is what Ogen Kere is doing this movement. That's what Radio Arama is doing. If Radio Arama, why bring this comment is that if Radio Arama knows anything that is very deep, that is very secret, that is very important, that there is another thing that he can do, the Biafra government would not even automatically send her away. She know nothing, and then manity win home and claim everything. That's what we are seeing today. That's what Agua and Chiamaka Jerry. Biafra, the expression of business of Biafra is not by big mouth, it's not by big face, it's by big brain and big thinking. It's by big sacrifice that you are making in the name of this Biafra movement. That is the thing that they refuse to understand. That is the thing that they don't reason at all. They only think that it's all by church or church. No, it's by church or church, and also it's by action first before the church or church. That is on social media today. It's because if you go see it's an agua. When the government supports you, nobody will support, because the Biafran people knows the truth. If you do not case can disappear because of your eyes and propaganda, that is very what you will know, that no Biafran is following you. Only those who are like a fool like you. Nobody. Who supports? Who supports?
When I told you people that they want to copy from USB,
that is what they want to do.
Of doing fundraising, you thought it's a joke. I said, this Ada. She is just too jealous of Dr. Ngozi. You see, she wants to do everything that Dr. Ngozi is doing. So yesterday now, she had their APM, and their mother is now their finance minister. As I said before, the other day, Dr. Ngozi just shared our social media handle, and all of them, they were shouting, they were talking about it today. Their mama, their finance minister have shared their social media handle. She has come to tell us, these are the people that are getting it right now. Listen to her. You see, when Dr. Ngozi share our social media handle, all of them, they were crying now. Their mother... Listen
to their own social media names.
This is the media team. Hey, my goodness. Listen to her.
No, old fool, old wicked woman.
He doesn't care who's up to God. That's something I like about him. So I want to really appreciate you, independent media. Keep doing what you're doing.
With your old age brain, you just are not kunji. How can I man come? Because all the man that come back home has. I die Rugoro. I don't know Rugoro. Look at your face. If again, my mama momoge, me if him on a mequade.
So with this, I'm opening up the fundraising for today. I'll be giving $100 to open up the fundraising. Let Professor Chioma say something. Dr. Irodi, Honorable Obi, my name is Mother,
You see, these people who send them out are not there with them. Who's the fought?
Every Sunday, a topic. We will plead, can you guys allow the independent media? Why would you say they are not behaving and you are the one not behaving? You are supposed to be the one acting professionally.
Independent troublemakers.
They are the ones
That
that
is
are putting you into action.
You see, those are leading them, the criminals, the 419ers, my fellow Biafrans. I want to tell you this for you to know that you are on the right track and you are doing the needful. Continue supporting your government. Ojukwu did not get recognition before he declared independence of Biafra. And because of there was no recognition, he didn't say, okay, let us answer old Eastern region until you get recognition. These fools are not thinking. And when they see the truth, they will shy away. Because when you see truth will make you will not connect bribe from anybody. Because of the bribe they connected, that is why they are shying away from something they know, and they are lying and propagating lie today. Have it into your mind. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today remove emotion from this Biafra defense of our land, a time has come when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, they will kill us, we will kill them. Even though no phone for, but let it that Biafra stand there as a nation. They will kill us, we will kill them. At end, the Biafra will come. That is where we are. What did the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say they will kill? Is it animals? Is it trees? Is it motors? Is it a machine? No, it's human being. They will kill us. We will kill them. At end, what? Biafra will come. Even though if it remains one person who said it, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when you see Adando Ocho shouting, since I was born today in Old Anambra, there is where I always see a more tanker checking point. That Amor tanker point still remain there today, even though that the coming of our Biafra Liberation Army put them on the run. They did not relax like the way they harassed on it before. I said what? They did not relax like the way there was lasting before. Today they are on the run. Because they don't know what will meet them in the next 1 minute, in the next 1 hour, where they are going to. So they always stand like in the not today that our land is under siege. Because our land is under siege, that was Musma Simon Eba, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be doing what they are doing, to liberate us outrightly from Nigeria, not like Owazurike Biafra under one Nigeria. No! Have it in your mind. I said recognition is the last thing. And for the criteria of a new nation, believe you me, a big country cannot come and recognize us also. That is why I quote Mandela said, when South Africa looking for recognition, the first country that recognizes South Africa is Cuba. Imagine smallest country as a Cuba. And from there, the world countries start recognizing them, and the Cuba helped them to push it away. That is why I said, let the small country in any part of Europe, Asia, start recognizing us. Then we help us to lobby and make the big country to come at last. That is why a man told us in Finland, when he know that we are declared in place of Biafra and call it USB government, he said, America will not be the first, neither the second, neither the third, neither the fourth. They might be the fifth or the sixth. That's what he said. Another saying that they come back and told you to fall back. Mumu, you fall back. Mugus everywhere. Well, life is like a market. This movement is like market. Because the animal feels wakpa. Okay, man, even the first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth and fifth. Already made. Which one do you want? When those who want to come into Biafra when Biafra has already been made. Remember, that is the truth. And when they do first grade, they are cracker. And when they do second grade, and when they do fourth, do third grade, and when they do fourth, when they do fifth, depending on your money. So when it's come to this movement, depending on your brain might be on the third grade, which is already around your cohort. Eh? I said what? That their brain is like that of Okreka own. Where their brain reaches, where you see them are, their brain is online and propaganda and continuously falling back. And Nigeria government plays smart on organ care by dividing organ care. They said, you know, what happened that when we give DOS money to stop Simon, and the continuous us is nobody, like the way they say is nobody today, but it doesn't matter. What matters most is what the Muslim is doing. Action speak louder than the voice. That is what matters most in movement we are into, my people. We must continue to stand and believe in the truth. We have more viewers than they like. Please, if you never like the program, please help me and like the program. The like is on your right hand. You will see a 3 dot. Touch that 3 dot, it will open. You will see like, report, dislike, and share. Please like the program, also share the program. So you can get to all these people and also tag the so-called their Lord called Elias for know that he's doing the wrong thing. He's doing the right thing at the wrong place. Take this you are preaching to Senate houses. Take this you are preaching to human rights offices. Take this you are preaching to the government bodies that they claim Biafran people. Are you telling us then if you are why are we fighting to have our own nation now? Why are we fighting to have our own nation? So you don't come and tell us something we know before you. You evil, you criminal lobby, criminal lawyer who doesn't have a job, who want to come and tell me who I am. Go to hell. Thunder strike you when you refuse to do the needful and be in the opposite side of it. So my fellow Biafran, we must stand up. We already stand up, but we need to stand up more. Contribute, no matter how little it is, on the government. What is holding us? If we have money to get all the equipment we need, said for the doctor goes all around the government, it's a time to use what we have and get what we want. That thing that makes them to be killing us, use that thing and save Biafran people. Lobby with different countries. Make a genuine that the Salvatore that the one pastor said that Mass Simon is signing a document. He has signed all these things before this day. So try and get in touch with those countries and let us defend ourselves and for all. So all these individuals will disappear in our midst. It is very, very imperative if the government can do so. A time we are into is use what we have, get what we want. That thing that makes Nigerian government killing us, that America make America support them, that make Britain and those people supporting them. Go against those who hate America. Go against those people that hate UK. Go against those people who hate people that supporting Nigeria. Go there, make contact with them. Give them that skill. Give them whatever they want. Let us have our own freedom. Put it on signature. You will take this from so time to this time. If your Juku was new that the oil are not finishing, he could have given it out in time, because that is why America did not come in time, because he refused to. He thought that the world are free-minded people, that the world support the truth, that the world like truth. Never know that the world like evil. If he know, he could have given them. By now, America could have left us. If you know, he could have given them. By now, Russia could have left us. They could have taken all they want and left. The quality of what Nigeria take from us in our land, can America and all these countries, can they take it? The answer is no. It's a time use what we have to save our life, to save our land. this contribution, you can see how the fundraising are going. With these two different new groups, people are scattering more and more. Play on a smart game, be on an intelligence level, be on a movement, our government. You are government, you have declared. Send documents to every country, whether like it or not. Let's go in and get what we want. Get what we want. That is where we are for now. It's very important to us. It's very important that we do so. It's very important that no matter every other thing that happens, to defend our land must be #1 priority. And with this little fundraising, we are going to sell, because what this individual and government pays them to do is to set us back, and they get it in a little bit of it. They say that 80% of the people are with their US government, even at 40% are only contributing. So the money that is coming has more work to do. The money that is coming in has more work to do. That is things that we all must know. That is things you have to carry in your mind. That is the things that when it's happening, what are you doing? The only thing is for you to stand on the true side of what we are doing. That is the truth. That we have to stand on it. Today is Monday. Sit at home went really well in Biafra land.
You can see
this is our road.
Is shut down.
Shut down. You can see
no
Biafran people are complying. There is no movement. That's why the enemies will tell you. Those who believe in Biafra are sitting at home, respecting them as in and look at it.
Empty road. You can see only this one and this morning. Everywhere is shut down.
Everywhere is shut down.
We are present at Karanza County in Owerri State.
Do you hear that?
Of Biafra. There,
United States of Biafra.
Total lockdown.
Not bridging government.
Empty. No school, no market, stores are shut down. Glory be to Chukwu Kikabiama, the God, the Spirit of Biafra is highly working.
Yes, that is one of
very high, busy road.
Do you hear that? We are moving forward. We are not going back. So I want you to know that the real Biafran people are doing. Said what? The real Biafran people are doing what? They are doing the needful. They understand the game we are into. They know that our government is getting it right. That's why I told you, do not panic. Look at, he said that this is coming from where? From United States of Biafra what? Government. These are those supporting us. These are those doing the needful. Should the payment money I get you. Thank you for coming in, my brother. I can see you from here. He's even on my own side. May him bless and protect you, every one of us in this platform this afternoon. So I thank you all, because we must continue to do the needful. Without us doing the needful, without us supporting the government, without us understanding what we are doing, our land will disappear. It's very, very important. Yes, I can see you. Easy way, my brother. Thank you so much for coming. Good evening. You're welcome, my brother. Thank you so much. One name, man. Oh, one name, thank you so much. Omo Biafra, Gent. Support USD government. Have propaganda.
wee mara ihe eziokwu eziokwu ka ya wajọ ihe ghara ime anyị na agwọ dị n'akịrịka ha bụ ndị okenye mmụọ si ndị eziokwu eziokwu na ihe o ji eme ihe ukwu mere n'obodo agwa egbe nwoke ntị ike soro nyụrụ akụrụ ofu onye anaghị anụ ụda egbe
Yes, sir.
n'ezie na onye na-ahụ n'anya na ọnụ gwa na ntị ka ndị Fulani terọrist si wee bata n'obodo Benue steeti gbukpọ ụmụ mmadụ n'ike na-emeghe nta na-emeghị iwu ụwa ụlọ ka ha siri jee eziokwu ndị be anyị ahụ ndị okenye mmụọ na-akọrọ m akụkọ asị m na ama na ọtụtụ ụmụ Igbo ya asị na ọ gbasara ha maka na omee na be anyị ma n'ezie na ọ na-emeburu ozu onye ọzọ dịka ebu ukwu nkwụ asị m na eziokwu na ọkwa na-achị ọchị ebe a na-abụ ọkụkọ marakwa na ọka esi abụ ọkụkọ ka esi abụ ọkụ onye ma mgbe o ji eru rie ndị be anyị ahụ ndị okenye mmụọ na-agwa m na nke bụ eziokwu kwụ ọtọ n'ezie na ọkwa nna Fulani terọrist n'ezie na ha batago n'ala Igbo be anyị onye silabụ ejuwa ndị Ebonyi steeti ihe ha na-eje na-eje na nke ikpeazụ a ndị be anyị ewukata ka ha bụ ndị okenye mmụọ nọ na-agwa m n'ezie na ndị egwu ụmụ Igbo be anyị n'ọkwa eme ngwa ngwa emeghara ọdachi n'obodo na nna Igbo ha ji ekwu okwu
That is where the men go and where declare USD government, where declare USB. You know, the only government will stop these terrorists, not individuals.
None of it is the duty of the government to safeguard life and properties. Hamara na eziokwu na nsọ onye na-akpọrọ insurgency a na-enwe na anabai na ha dị the political na ndị ejiri gbuo ọchụ na onye ụzọ dị ya na ndị ọchịchị agha eziokwu na ha dị ka agwa abalị enweghị ebe ebe ha tiri isi ha gbuo n'ụtụtụ ha pụta n'abalị na-ajụ onye egbu eziokwu ndị be anyị na aka ahụ ndị okenye mmụọ nọ na-agwa m okwu asị m na ji kwuru ụlọ ruo ọkụ okekụta aja mgbe akụta aja maka na ụlọ ọkụ na oke ya wụ oke ịkpa ngwere awụrụ ngwere ịkpa n'ihi na ndị egwu ụmụ Igbo na onye ọrụ ha dịkwa njikere n'ezie na agwọ dị n'akịrịka n'obodo na egwule ka ndị iro na-araghị ụra ahụ n'obodo maka na mberede enyi dike wee wụrụ mberede ka eji agba dike ndị be anyị
ya ma o ji wee dị mkpa na we have to support our government. It's only our government that can stop this, because anything under Nigeria, they are protecting the Fulanis. Because they say that the Fulanis are their food soldier. That is why when I see this individual disrupting what we are doing, sometimes it pains me. But why does it not pain me so much? Because we know that people like this are in the midst of us. Nigeria government must use them. But one thing I want to assure them is that any of them that the government is using to ask of where is the lineage of Ifajona today? Where is his own lineage? Where is the lineage of Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu senior brother who betrayed him? Where is the lineage of Nnamdi Azikiwe today? Where are the lineage? So the same thing that happened to these people must surely happen to these individuals who are fighting Biafran government right now, who would never want Biafra to come, who are here to run their propaganda and deceive the gullibles, who are the same people like them, who believe in mafia, the second or the third level of fraud, not the mafia. Then representing Kenacho already made when Biafra made that they will come and have metabanim idea. All these things are in this movement. So I thank you who support and who stand and who is contributing, but our government must do the needful. For how long are we going to do this contribution? For how long? That's why I said openly, the government should use what we have to save Biafra land. We use what we have to save the Biafran people. We use what we have to protect our land. What do we have? This oil in Nigeria government in Ebuna land. Tinyando chak in the country in the Quetrani Haine, CGF4, CGN, creating a document. I signed one like the pastor said. The pastor said what? That Obatobi have. See, he even said that Nandi Manda Mama Batobi sign or Mahana Batobi. I am going to Batobi sign a Gaupo radio. People don't. So now better here come from. If he knows that thing that left behind for us to get our freedom, please do the needful. I said what? Do the needful. By doing what? Find out those countries who want us, who need this oil. All were America to support us, give us equipment, even Israel, even all these countries who can support, and then fair way we are came when Nigeria is when we all now on the contract. We can't continue like this. In the Bible says no chere obi na chere make obi na arịa from here to mmadụ. The time we are into are very short. So we have to do all we can do to make sure that what's happened, that we stand on the right side and we defend our land, not only by fundraising. Ana same mad, were ihe nwere nweta ihe na-achọ. Oge eruole si bilie ka anyị nwere ihe anyị nwere nweta ihe anyị na-achọ. Oge eruole ka anyị nwere ihe anyị nwere wee defend our land. Oge eruole ka anyị nwere ihe anyị nwere wee mee ka achọ na nobody can intimidate us again, and nobody can kill any Biafra Liberation Army because there is no equipment. It's a time we are into. It's a time we are into. We can't do it alone without having assistance from other countries who can come to support what we are doing. It is very, very imperative. It is very, very important. As we do so, the time has come. The time has come for us to use our hand, to use what we have to get what we want. That is my message this evening. Government, use what we have. Follow the other government of other countries who want our. Go in. There's people that they want a small something from us. Let's give it to them. Today, the oil in Biafra is in everywhere in Africa. Who take in there from own land, and they are having it. Are they paying us? No. But they use and give a weapon, and they will be killing us in Biafra land. So there is no time for time. There is no time to waste. The time is that time that we all must stand up and support the truth. That time that Robert Man and the Kano said, they will kill us, we will kill them. At the end, the Biafra will come. Somebody who is deceiving you, our land is under siege, our land is under siege, our land is this, our land is gone. It's not today that our land is under siege. It's not that Fulanis are in our land. Since I was born, I was seeing armor tanker everywhere. Today, the armor tanker still there. But because of this Biafra and Biafra Liberation Army, many of them are running. Their legs are no longer strong. If not this, not this individual, these criminals they have done. If it's not for that, I want us to know that it's a high time we ask our government to go and use what we have to get us what we want. It is very, very imperative. It is very, very important.
Regardless of where you are.
So please, as we are about to close, I cannot close without playing the voice of Mercy, Nandi Kamo. Program here, May 29, 2021. There must something we must learn from
each and every one of you. Today is very, very important.
And urgent. As it's about to come out, there is kind of human being is. So,
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. I will not keep you for too long because we are passing through a lot.
Yes.
And any legitimate distraction you can get is most welcome. So I will try not to keep you away from what you have planned this very evening, especially for those of you who are avid football fans waiting to watch the Champions League finals. My name is Mazen Namdekan. I am the leader of the largest mass movement on the face of this planet Earth, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. I am the director of radio Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Today is the 29th day. In a few hours' time, I will be commencing my midnight prayers, and I'm sure that most of us will be able to join as well. I'm not going to do it live on air, of course. I will pray very privately, and I will encourage some of you to also do the same. Tomorrow is very, very important. In fact, tomorrow is our own holy day. It's the holiest day in the calendar of Biafrans. Every 30th of May, it is a very, very holy day, the holiest day of the year for us. Very, very important. We remember the bravery, the courage, the unbridled patriotism of those that went before, the class of 67 to 1970, and in perpetuity we shall honor and remember them always. I said always, every year in perpetuity until the end of time. And this evening is not going to be an exception. I will ask you please to make sure that a lot of people are listening, they're watching us. For some of you who are on Instagram, I welcome you. Those of you who are listening via my page, private page on Facebook, I also welcome you. To those who are listening via YouTube, you're welcome. Those who are listening via, of course, our very, very glorious IPOB Community Radio app, we welcome you. Those listening via Radio Biafra, those listening on FM across Biafra land and in parts of the zoo, those of you who are, of course, watching or listening via satellite, I welcome, of course, Biafra Television, please. We are also on Biafra Television. People are also watching us on University of Radio Biafra on Facebook as well. If you want to watch us or listen to us, you should be able to do so. Please tell those who are around you. We'll be very, very brief, please. I assure you. But before we proceed, let us pray very, very briefly. And I will say the Lord's Prayer this evening, please, that we may proceed to bring to you what we have in store for you this evening. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. We pray. He said, one thing is obvious that I want to remind the zoo this very evening is that we are indestructible. And we are not going to stop until we get what we are looking for. What we're asking for is simply a referendum that will lead us to the democracy, the freedom, the liberation that Biafra portends, not just for the trapped and subdued indigenous populations in the damnable contraption called Nigeria, but the whole of Africa as well. Something we have posted has been trending all day. Very, very important that there is a very brief recap. The reason why we are here this evening is to warn our people about the complete lockdown of Biafra land. In fact, over 2 days. People will go to church and do nothing else tomorrow. And then on Monday, there will be a complete chaining of the entirety of Biafra land. Everywhere will be under lock and key. There are moves by some individuals, people who are Fulani slaves like Dave Umahi, to try to circumvent this very important and critical date in our calendar. Dave Umahi is a Fulani man masquerading as an Igbo man. Dave Umahi is urinating on the grave of our soldiers and our heroes. That very idiot was asking me this evening, who did I discuss it at home with? And I just asked myself a very, very pertinent question. You are a governor of the state. You claim you're a leader of the people. You and Nnamdi Kanu, who should be reminding each other about the importance of the 30th of May. You claim you're a leader. You don't even understand the meaning of leadership. You have, all of you idiots in government houses don't even have an idea. You don't have a clue what leadership is all about. In case you have forgotten Dave Umahi and all the rest of the multi-purpose efforts we have in our land, all you Mieti Allah servants, I want to remind you as to why we got to where we are today in this effort to restore Biafra. Times Magazine of London, 7th of October 1966. In 1966, a whole full year before Ojukwu declared Biafra. In 1966, 7th of October 1966, this is according to the Times Magazine of London, and I will read. The massacre began at the airport near the 5th Battalion's home city of Kano, the Nigerian Army, 5th Battalion. A Lagos-bound jet had just arrived from London. It was going to Lagos, but it did a stopover in Kano. And as the Fulani Janjaweed passengers were being escorted down the plane into the customs shed, a Fulani, what should I say, Hausa Fulani this time around, because they were still under the spell of the Fulani then. A soldier, a Nigerian soldier, stormed into the airport, brandishing a rifle and demanding to see the Nyamri. According to Times Magazine, it is the Hausa slang for "where are the damned fools." These are people that had nothing to do with what was happening in the zoo. Nothing whatsoever. They were flying in from London, and they were all massacred in Kano. This happened on the 7th of October 1966. We remember and we, of course, commemorate the massacre of people, of the Tutsi people of Rwanda. Everywhere else there is a genocide, people stood trial, and there were reparations made. But in the case of Biafra, this global conspiracy has continued. And one thing struck me when Dave Umahi in his outburst said that I am a fool. That was what he called me. And he proceeded to say that who did I discuss sit at home with? It has now been made very clear to me that the reason why our people are being marginalized, the reason why we are third-class citizens in our own land, the reason why Mieti Allah can come and move their cattle about however they like it, the reason why they can impose an idiot, a criminal like Opus or in Imo State, the reason why all these senators and all these House of Reps members are being chosen for us by the Fulani candidate is because of fools like that. Because the Fulani now understand that they can do anything they like to these people. And they have idiots like Omai that will defend their position. Ever since we drove away Mieti Allah from Ebony State, Dave Umahi has been incandescent with rage. He's been very, very upset. Because Mieti Allah said to him, if you are there and you allow your people to drive us away from Ebony State, you can no longer harbor, should I say, the wish or hope to become the president of Nigeria. That is the problem that we're having today. You are telling me that somebody that claims he went to school and he's an engineer, somebody who claims he is a political leader, do not understand the importance of remembering those that fought that he may be alive. It goes for all of them. And in fact, I may say, let me give some credit to some other governments. This time around, it's only Dave Umahi that came out. Do you know what the idiot said? He said anybody opening his shop on Monday in Abakaliki, if you fail to turn up to open your shop, if you observe the sit at home, that you will lose your shop. And I dare Dave Umahi to try. I dare him to try it. I dare him to try it. Instead of Dave Umahi to be convincing IPOB as to the importance of remembering the dead, we are the ones now reminding these idiots, these morons, as to their duties and obligations as the political leaders that they call themselves. These are the things you must understand.
Yes,
because
my
right
people, I am playing this voice note because of what is going on social media, that Dave Umahi said that they are going to negotiate for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For him to know who he is and think of the kind of negotiation that he's going to get on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Up to the age of 10. And then groom them to become Janjaweed slaves.
Listen.
That was what happened. They tried that experiment with a few people. And I call for one of them.
You hear that? These those who are planning the negotiation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That is why some of you do not know.
We must be very careful.
That is why fools like Umahi are confused.
You see?
That is why they do
so
not understand.
what do you think he will negotiate? And he stand and declare IPOB terrorists. Then what do you think he's going to do? To put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under shade, because he never want Biafra to come to expose his criminality and his all evil. Remember that.
Your police, you people are the ones inviting the army to come and kill your own people. Our land is the way it is today because of Hope Rosadema. Hope Rosadema thought that we are in the era of 2017, 2018, 2019. Bring the Fulani army to come, kill one or two people, and everything will be quiet. No, not anymore.
Yes, man.
They are going to die in our land. Some of you idiots, some of the people, some of you should I say, natural born saboteurs and traitors. Some of you fools that can never see what the enemy is doing to you. Is only when there is a retaliation that you start to yap and to complain. I want to remind each and every one of you that Nigeria have been killing us since 1945. Since 1945. And your peaceful agitation never got you anywhere. Begging and pleading never got you anywhere. They killed in 1945, killed in 1953, killed in 1956. In fact, every year since 1945, they've been killing you.
Hello?
They slap you on one side, you turn the other one. That was at the cut of the head of a cow.
I'm going stand on.
Nobody
I'm going night
said anything. They did anything about it. That is why none of you is among the Security Council in the zoo. You don't even understand. You don't even reason very well. You think that by saying yes sir to everything that Fulani says, that they will love you. You are a fool. Therefore, man, you are an idiot. You're a fool. You're a complete idiot. You should have focused on your 419. You should have used your computer to be scanning white people. That is your job. Or that was your job, and maybe it's still before you became the Fulani picked you up. Because what the Fulanis did was to go and pick up vagabonds in our land to make them governors. Those are some corrupt churches of Carl, and yourself. When you people come out in public to speak, when our land was our land, can you people come outside to speak? Because in our land, once you are a criminal, you will not be allowed to speak in public. Once you are a thief, you can never be allowed to speak in the gathering of the elders. It's impossible. You cannot do it. But of course, we are living in strange times. We are living in the time of the Fulani Janjaweed. That was, if not that people rose up and said, no, Anadome would have been the governor of the Imo State today. Another criminal, another murderer, another killer. These are the type of vagrants that the Fulanis are bringing to come and lead us. Dave Umahi, you're telling me you don't understand what happened to your people. You don't understand that we lost 5 million people. Look at all the commissioners of police saying, oh, don't come outside. No, you can go. Dishonor the dead. Don't remember your heroes. Let me remind you what they did to you, because some of you do not know. As they were running from the aircraft, as the massacre was going on, there were Igbo people amongst the custom officers, and they dropped their chalk and they fled, only to be shot in the main terminal by other soldiers. I hope, Dave, you're listening to me very carefully. I am not the person to remind you to honor the dead. Because with great position comes great responsibility. I don't want to denigrate the death of Abiola because he did very well for his people. The Yoruba political leaders, they fought and agitated until June 12 became a public holiday. Is that not true? One man, one Yoruba man. And we lost over 5 million people. Do you see why you are not leaders? Why you're not cut out to lead? Have you not seen Netanyahu stand before the whole world during the commemoration of Holocaust that happened in Europe? Every blessed year. Every blessed year. Have you not seen Her Britannic Majesty, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, stand at the cenotaph the 11th of November every blessed year to remember those that fought and died for their country? Do you also know, Dave Umahi, in your stupidity, you don't even begin to acknowledge that had all these men that perished in the 20s did not, had they not died in the 20s, look at what is happening in Plateau, look at what is happening in Taraba, look at what is happening in what's it called, in Benue. Look at what's even happening in Niger State. The same thing, look at what is happening in Yoruba land. The same thing could have been happening to us today. Let me tell you something that you don't know. Because these men fought and died for us. They gave us hope. That was the job of Ojukwu. Ojukwu was the Moses of our time, our trailblazer. God used Ojukwu to say to us, there is a promised land somewhere called Biafra. Only when you people are worthy will I lead you to that land. These fellas were wandering all over the wilderness for 40 years. We have been wandering now for over 50 years because of our sinful nature, because of our wickedness against our own people. This same army that killed our people and slaughtered us is the same army that you criminals are inviting into our land to kill some people. That their fathers were killed by the same vagabonds that you're bringing in. Do you see why, despite why you people are lower than vermin? One, you don't even know your responsibilities. You have no idea what it means to be a leader. You don't have a clue what it means to be a leader of a people. You people should have been the ones directing us and saying, these are the days we honor. These are the things we are going to do. Did you take the lead? The answer is no. Until IPOB came, or until Chukwu Kikabiama determined that we should come. Instead of you to say, this is a very laudable initiative. How do we get the government of Nigeria to acknowledge 30th of May as the day that a grave injustice was done to a particular race? You idiots, due to what I will call political expediency, you are more or less interested in safeguarding your own private political position. Shame on all of you. Some of you say, oh, but the Yoruba agitators, they don't insult their leaders. But their leaders fought for the death of one man, one single man, to be recognized and immortalized in the calendar of, should I say, Nigerian politics. You lost over 5 million people. Out of cowardice and fear, you can't even rise up to defend or argue for the right of these people to be remembered. Do you see why you're not leaders and can never lead? All of you are rent boys. What you people are doing, you are Yahoo, you're just in office serving for an interest. And you claim you're governor. No matter if I were to be a governor, or had I been a governor in our land, there is no amount of provocation that would make me to go to Abuja to beg for Fulani soldiers to come into our land to kill our people. I will never do it. Never. Not in a billion years. But it goes to show the level of hatred that these people have for us.
Yeah, thank you, my fellow Biafrans. I play this voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to remind you the so-called David Omai, who today said they are going to negotiate about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release with Hope Uzodinma. For you to know that these people from the one hate that word Biafra. And I also want to send a message to anybody who are going to negotiate with the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that it must be free. It must be unconditional release. It must be unconditionally. No anything attached like what attached to Wazirike that makes Wazirike keeps his mouth shut today and dying in silence because of the condition of his release. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has won all his case outrightly, both in Kenya and in US so-called court in Nigeria. He must be discharged and acquitted with unconditional release. This is what the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must have in mind. Remove emotion. That he's my brother. I want him to come out to face his family. He knows what he's fighting for. And he's a lion that nobody can close his mouth. Dave has never for one day loved Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And not today. The only thing that they can use him for politics with P2B and their cohort. That is why I see them coming together. P2B has started using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do campaign. Let's be mindful of this, that things are going to come. I knew that no matter the condition I put on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you can't close his mouth because he is a man who knows what he wants. And right there inside your court, he told you, it's my right to agitate for Biafra. Simply mean, no matter what you do, no matter your shenanigans, you can't. But why we are saying this, so that not tomorrow, when he goes ahead to defend Biafra land, they will say, when we are releasing him, there is a condition because he has violated the condition that we need to arrest him back. Everybody should rise up for total freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to total release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my people. That is why I played this for us to know the kind of negotiation David, you and the so-called those who are negotiating, what they are up to do. They are up to stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but they can never do, because Chukwu Okabiyama send him, like when God sent Christ to come and die for us, no matter what happened. Even when he said, Father, I will that this cup may pass over, but he says, no, but let your will be done. The will of Biafra must be done. The will of Chukwu Okabiyama must be done in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life by setting him free with what is called unconditional release. From me, from here, my people, it's a wonderful day. Goodbye for now. Till we meet again.